Hello, my name is Kennedy Alston, and this is my informative speech. In last year's world, we thought we would never see an end to this pandemic simply being to not having a vaccine. Many have picked up this virus and were able to get over it, and there were also a lot of people that weren't as fortunate, such as family and friends, to die from this deadly virus. Luckily, scientists from all around the world have put their minds together to form this virus. Actually, three different brands of a vaccine, giving people the option on which they would like to be vaccinated with. The three brands are Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, and Moderna. Today, we will discuss the differences and similarities between the three, how they work, the side effects of each one, and how efficient one has been so far during this pandemic. We may also discuss which vaccine is better suited for the high-risk patients. For starters, the Pfizer-BioNTech COVID vaccine, is an unapproved vaccine. And the clinical trials, millions of individuals 16 years of age and older have already received at least one dose of this vaccine. This vaccine has shown to prevent COVID-19 following two doses given at least 3 weeks apart, although the duration of protection against COVID is currently unknown. Other vaccines to prevent this virus may be available under the emergency use authorization. Johnson & Johnson, however, is a single-dose COVID vaccine used on individuals 18 years old and older. This vaccine has not been approved or licensed by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, but it has been authorized by the FDA through an emergency use authorization for active immunization. Johnson & Johnson has worked with BARDA since 2015 on innovative solutions for influenza, chemical, biological, radiation, and nuclear threats, and emerging infectious diseases such as Ebola. Moderna is an unapproved vaccine as well as the others. It has been authorized to be used in emergency by the FDA for active immunization to prevent the disease from individuals 18 years and older. Moderna is administered by intramuscular injection as a series of 2 doses, 1 month apart. This vaccine was developed by a biotechnology company that is focused on mRNA technology since 2010 and is currently being studied in a large phase 3 trial. What do all three have in common? Well, all three vaccines are authorized to be used by people 18 years of age and older and appear to all be extremely effective. Pfizer and Moderna both reportedly had 95% efficacy in their clinical trials, but all three vaccines have surpassed the 50% efficacy required by the FDA, while still requiring a second dose for maximum effectiveness. None of the three companies have released all of the data on how well the vaccine will work in different age and ethnic groups as of yet, which brings me to my next point. In the African American community, there's a resistance about getting the vaccine for a few reasons. For one, the Tuskegee experiment that took place from 1932 to 1972 is the main reason why the African American community is resisting. After being promised free medical help, 600 African American men, mostly sharecroppers and men who have never even seen a doctor in Alabama, were being used for test dummies technically. Instead of giving them the treatment that they were promised, the Institute insisted on tracking the full progression, causing men to die, go blind, go insane, or experience other severe health issues that were left untreated. We as African Americans don't want to be a part of something that could so easily turn into that all over again. And how are they different? How the vaccine is different? Well, Pfizer and Moderna use a different recipe than Johnson and Johnson to activate the immune system. They're made using messenger RNA, which is a technology that delivers um, a bit on genetic code. Like it sends a genetic code to cells that give instructions to activate the immune system. Today, we've identified similarities and differences on the different COVID-19 brands. We've gone through the possible side effects that show when our body's trying to fight off the virus, and we know how each one works. I recommend to all of my friends and family to always, especially in this situation, research the vaccine before getting it, so that you know which one is best suited for you. Individually, unfortunately, many lives were lost due to COVID, and as we see, it's fundamental that people do get the vaccine to prevent the spread any further. People need to continue spreading the word about the importance of taking the vaccine, so that one day this nightmare can be eradicated. All right, thank you so much. That's my informative speech.